Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfside channel. Today with a very special topic, I mean, always special. The player reputation, and no, I'm not talking about your in-game character reputation, I'm talking about your player reputation. So this video was requested for a long time, but in the core it's quite simple. If you are new to Mortal Online, there's just one saying, and if you have played GTA 2, you know what I mean.
And remember, respect is everything.
And yeah, exactly this is the point. So with over 15 years of Mortal Online experience, I can clearly tell you that your reputation matters more than you think sometimes. Very good example is, just for example, a guild leader that I know for 8 years or something like that. And we had our problems together, our guilds were enemies and stuff. And then a member of our guild wanted to join their guild. And he asked us about our opinion if that guy is legit or not, or if he's a maniac or not. And the same is when someone from his guild or his stuff is joining to our guild, then we are also asking, hey, is everything okay with this guy, or is this a maniac? Same goes for, just example, if you are making noob PvP. I'm not saying that this is complete noob PvP. This is also sometimes high skilled PvP. But for some people, for example, noob camping at the graveyards is for some people considered noob PvP. And for others, it's not noob PvP. So it really depends. When you want to be someone that is accepted by, I don't know, guilds that say that this is noob PvP, then you maybe should not do that. When you want to be accepted by guilds that are okay with that or think that this is the way to go, then this is the way to go. And the most interesting thing about the player reputation is when you look about the individual characters in the game that are there for years. For example, you have your guildmates, you have people that are widely accepted in the game, you have people that nearly a lot of people knowing in the game. And when you look at their history, what they did over the years, or where do they have their contacts and stuff, this is very interesting. Because there are people out there who hating each other since years, and they will not stop about it. And when you ask each individual one of them, they both say they started, the other guy started, and the other guy saying the other guy started. So someone there is lying. And this is often the case. And in some cases, they even forgot why they are against each other. This is very interesting when you're looking at it in a broader perspective of guilds and stuff. They sometimes don't even know who started, why the war started, or why they hate each other. But but in the core, they will just hate each other for no reason sometimes. Guild reputations is a completely different topic. I just want to go to the individual player reputation. So just for example, this is Dr. Chaos and his food commercial that I made for him because I played with him. It's a friend of mine. I played with him for 7 or 8 years it was. Then he got the 3 kids and he didn't have time for Mortal anymore, for Mortal Online 2. And he was a well-known cook in Mortal Online 1 and in the beginning of Mortal Online 2. And what did he do? He logged in. He just made his food, he just gathered materials, he just did some activities with the guild, of course, but mostly he was dedicated to his craft of making food and selling it cheap to everyone. And this was the thing. He was selling cheap food in Tinrim to everyone to very good prices. And he was known for that. He was very known for that. And this is a reputation where you can go everywhere into Mortal and maybe have benefits because of your positive reputation. Another very good example is a friend of mine, Rias, who played the first game 10 years and also the second game for a few years. And he was a legend in solo play, and he was a very good PvP player in solo play in the first game and stuff. Also some part in the second game. But the main thing here is, there were a lot of people out there who were saying Rias is one of the best, and there were the people out there who getting their ass kicked and saying he's playing with unfair PvP mechanics, he's playing with I don't know whatever stuff. And the main thing is the people that were just mad and talking shit about him were just mad because he was investing nearly the whole day of 16 to 15 hours or even 8 hours after his work and stuff to every day to just make PvP. He was not someone who was gathering materials and stacks of gold and stuff. If he had a few 100 golds, he would get his equipment, getting out there and making PvP. And this was the whole game for him for over 10 years. And of course he got better and better over time. And of course you were kicking asses. And yeah, of course, people will get mad about that, and you will have a reputation there. You will have a good reputation because you are a good fighter, and you will also have a bad reputation because people will talk shit about you. But it really boils down to how do you want to be perceived in the game. There are also very interesting ideas. So the interesting thing is, in the first game, there was a neutral town guild who were thinking, oh, we just want to be completely neutral. We will build our city here. It was in front of Morincourt and stuff. And they were called AIM Trading. And in the end, they were just cheating, exploiting and stuff. But this is another topic. But the main thing is, the reputation of that town held it for a few months and it worked. And it worked perfectly. And the members there were good respected. The downside of being someone who is neutral or someone who's not attacking everything that has 2 feet is that you and your members were getting your ass kicked more than you will kick asses, and this will lead to massive frustration in your guild. But this is something for other topics. You could also be the killer of the town. Just for example, there were times in Mortal Online 1, also in Mortal Online 2 sometimes. So there's always the guy that was harassing all the players in front of the gate all the time. The interesting thing is, I mean, this is also a kind of reputation. The good thing is reputations can change over time. So some examples to build a good reputation. Some very basic examples. Just don't be an ass. Just don't be an ass in your own guild. This is number 1. Just don't be an ass to other people when you are in a guild. This is also number 2. Point 3, PvP behavior. So killing someone just once, just twice is completely okay. Priest camping is also okay when you are under siege, when you really don't want that this guy is re-equipping himself or that this guy can now interfere into the stuff that you are doing right now. Then priest camping is also okay. But when you priest camp someone for, I don't know, 3 hours and he is reviving himself for 3 hours, and you both have wasted 6 hours of your lifetime because each one of you thinks that the other one will stop with what they are doing, then you are wrong. In Mortal, there are so many psychopaths, they will go on with that unless you stop. And this is the exact thing where you know the Mortal player mentality. When you are new to the game and you're getting priest camped, don't think that they will ever stop when you revive yourself and they are priest camping you. They will not stop. And for new players, I can only give you the advice. There's someone out there who is more psychopath than you, even when you think that you are the most psychopath human being ever. No, you haven't played Mortal Online enough. I can guarantee you that. You can also build a good reputation when you're just being friendly to the people. You just don't have to be the guy that is I don't know, the 70s smoking weed, loving peace everywhere guy, but just being a normal human and not being an asshole all the time when you're talking to other people. And what is also building up good reputation when you are helping new players into the game, when you are helping your new guildmates, when you are helping players that having problems and stuff, or when you're just being friendly. Just for example, when I started out in Mortal Online 1, I spawned near Fabernum. I didn't know how to revive myself because there was no priest button there and there was no marker where the priest is and stuff. And I made a new character and a guy just killed me. Just random player killed me. And I was like, okay, how do I revive myself? I don't know. So I just deleted my character and made the same character again. And then he said, oh, you are new, you don't know where the priest is. And I wrote like, it took some time until I could open the chat and stuff. And then I wrote, yeah, I don't know where the priest is. And then he said, oh, you need to go down the road into the town there. And there in the middle of a tree, there is a priest there. Then he said, welcome to Mortal Online, and then he killed me again. And this is something that was so engraved into my brain that this game is the game. Because at one point I was so damn mad about this player. On the other point I was like, okay, a player can be so mighty that he can even do that. And a player can be an asshole while not being an asshole. And this is the key factor here. You can play Mortal Online and just doing bad things, what is considered for the most players or for some players that are the victims, is bad behavior and stuff. But you can still do it and not be the ass in the end. Because this was just a respectful encounter from this guy. Or for example, I was gate PvPing in Farbenum against Huntsman or Vodka Wolf, I don't know correctly. And I got killed for the 10th time or something because I'm not a very skilled PvP player. And then he told me how I should fight against him on his mount that I could win. In the end, I never won, but this was just a respectful encounter. And these are the mortal moments that giving the most joy in the long run for you and for other players. And when you're giving other players good experiences, even when you're doing, I don't know, stuff that they don't like, they will remember it and they will maybe think positive about that later, instead of being, I don't know, renting League of Legends player. But you can always fix your reputation with doing good stuff. You could first just stop with the bad stuff and it will fix itself over time. A lot of times. I'm still to this date having a lot of people who are hating me because of the shit I did for 10 years ago, because I had a PvP past of 3 or 4 years where I also gathered some reputation that was not so good, because yeah, I also did priest camping a lot. I also insulted a lot of other guilds and players and people and stuff, because sometimes you're getting so emotional and mad you can't hold yourself back. And yeah, even 10 years later, I'm paying the bill with that. Sometimes there are people still there who are hating me like hell, and I totally get it. It's completely okay. But the most easy way of fixing is changing your name. The thing is, you still have your voice. And people, don't get me wrong on this. There are people out there who will record your voice and archive them with your name. Just as an example. This is the kind of psychopath I talked about earlier. But most of the time rebranding works until someone has really gotten you somewhere archived or stuff, or your voice. This is illegal, by the way. And no one should ever do that in any way or form. I just wanted to make that clear here. Then switching your main playing area is also a good thing. When you're, for example, making, like I did, a few years PvP in Farbenum and you're getting expelled there because the gutter snipes have taken over Farbenum and just thrown you out of the town and blacklisted you. And I'm still not mad about this to this date. And if I would ever have the chance to nuke them out of the game, I would never do that. No, jokes aside, this conflict is settled. I have my peace, okay? Then maybe when you are expelled from, I don't know, Farbenum, go to Miduli. When you have problems in Miduli, then maybe play on the other side of the map. And a very good advice to not hurting your reputation further or to restore your reputation: don't be too emotional about situations, because when you look at some situations, just one day later or a few hours later, then you see it a little bit different. But in the situation, there are sometimes situations where you just want to insult someone and you can't hold yourself. And I totally get it. But sometimes it's maybe better to not do that. And then the rumors. The rumors are also a big thing, because there was some kind of rumor out there that was, just for example, Kuthara is banned, the Koto leader at that time, from the game. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I directly wrote Kuthara and asked, hey, there are rumors, man, is it true? And he's like, no, what the fuck they are talking about? This was another topic. And then he explained it. And the thing about the rumors is, or people said that they heard something from that, or that they say something from that. Not everything is true. And I mean there's literally every guild out there or every player out there who is doing something that the other person don't like, and often the other person is instantly spreading rumors and stuff. This is often the case. So in the end, it really boils down on how do you want to be perceived in the game, how do you want to be seen in the game, and just act according to that. I mean, if you want to be the fear factor that when someone just sees you or just reads your name, everyone is like, oh damn, this is a very good fighter, or oh damn, this is an insanely good mage. Or oh, this is the guy I buy my food from. Oh yeah, I love that guy. Or maybe someone is reading the name and saying, oh, this is the noob killer from this graveyard, or what? Oh, this is the guy that has no PvP skills, but is always using steel armor. Oh, he's called the steel loot bag. Or, oh, I know this guy from this siege, I know this guy from these fights, I know this guy from this or that. And this is how you build reputation, and this can be the most mighty thing in the game. Reputation is sometimes a lot more valuable in certain situations. But yeah, please let me know what you think about all the player reputation thing, or if I should talk more about that. This was just a very short one. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe, would be really awesome, by the way, and share the video. So special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Lucario, Ronus, Partonax, Clone Bulldog, and all the others, of course.
And remember, respect is everything.
I mean party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.